Okay, guys, big update for Bitcoin today. We are, of course, going to be taking a look at BTC, reviewing what's happened since the CPI data has kind of come out. It's not been what everyone was expecting. It's been a little bit worse. And, well, the markets have kind of shown their hands a little bit. So we're going to jump into the charts. We're going to review what's going on. There's some good news for Bitcoin. So let's roll that intro and get right down into it. Okay, guys, here we are on our charts here. This is Bitcoin paired up with USDT. We're on the 1 hour, but I think I'm going to roll this up into our 4 hour Binance chart for today's video. Keep it nice and you know, a bit of a macro, just kind of zoom out just a fraction here. So as we can see, right, on this 4 hour time frame, we have got this trend line. Now, it's been okay. We did have a micro trend line kind of operating up here. We lost this. We kind of broke this one to the downside, but you know, it's not that bad. It is still actually holding up quite well. So here you can see that we were finding this resistance. We broke up, we found support, we lost it, we've come back down. So we can look at this as a potential parallel channel. And this is an interesting kind of range for Bitcoin, right? So our current area of resistance that we're kind of seeing here for BTC is the kind of area that we want to be a little bit cautious of over the next few days. But as I said, it's not too bad. We've still got the support of our upper trend line here, or the lower trend line. This support range has been pretty good for us so far. We can see support was found down here. This was 800 hours on the 10th of February. We see another good support here at the 0800 hours on the 12th of February. Coming down just recently here at 1600 hours on the 13th of Feb, and we still have good support on our low trend line here. So we're holding up quite well. The 50 EMA, the 50 SMA are just down a little bit lower. So if we were to happen to lose this just a little bit, then we will continue this move down here. We'll find support on the 50 EMA or the 50 SMA. So again, you know, if we do kind of lose this trend line, the thought will be that we go short, stop loss just above that trend line, and then I'll take profit down on that 50 EMA. Good risk reward ratio should we have this kind of break of a trend line. So we want to keep that in the back of our mind. Resistance wise though, if we were fortunate enough to kind of get into a long on the support of our trend line, stop loss was nice and tight. Take profit is going to be up in this little range with resistance, which would be basically 49,372 to 49,532. This is going to be a good risk reward ratio for anyone who managed to kind of get in on that one on the kind of bounce down here. Now, I haven't managed to go long on this one. I've been kind of busy doing a few other things, but it's great to kind of see that one there. Now, all in all, this is a set of higher highs and higher lows as well. So again, confidence in the market is still relatively strong. So for the most part, looking pretty good. Now, there are, of course, a couple of areas of concern that I have in this move that could potentially be giving the bears a bit more confidence. I'm just going to extend out these trend lines just a little bit to kind of show you what the bears are going to be trying to do. And it's our job as Bitcoin bulls, as crypto bulls, and hoping for a bullish market. Our job is going to be to prevent the bears from facilitating and completing this pattern. And it is, of course, the head and shoulder pattern. Okay, we can see it here coming on in. I'm just going to kind of draw this in a little bit and then pull this back in here. So as you can kind of see, this head and shoulder pattern will be the bearish pattern, unfortunately. So that's what the bears are going to be looking to do. Let me go ahead and grab my pencil here for a second. Right, we've kind of got ourselves a shoulder. We've got the head. We'll have another shoulder over this side potentially, and then we'll have the break of that neckline taking us down a little bit deeper. Okay, so that's going to be the concern for Bitcoin here, is that we have a slanted head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and of course our trend line at the bottom here, that is going to be our neckline. So as Bitcoin bulls, what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to try to basically break up above the previous high. Now up here there is a bit of additional resistance. I don't think it's going to be terribly too hard with the Bitcoin spot ETFs. They could potentially fuel us to push up higher, but you know, should we get rejected here again, it is going to basically add fuel to that head and shoulder pattern that is potentially going to be the bearish tail. So a little bit of a warning, I guess, for for all Bitcoin holders. If we are still looking for a bit of a rebound, I wouldn't be looking to kind of exit the longs just yet or exit the spot positions or anything like that. I still think we've got a little bit more room to the upside. But if we can't find ourselves rallying past the 49,917 to 50,368, well, that's the point to probably be really thinking about those short position. Stop loss above the actual wick high here. And I will be looking for take profit to come down lower than 48,200. Great risk reward ratio, great profit to be made should we be doing those things. And of course, guys, as I always say, if I am to be leverage trading, I'm going to be leverage trading on BitGet. The link for that is in the description down below. If you haven't yet signed up to BitGet, you are missing out on massive, massive opportunities that are there. So why not check it out? The link is in the description. So here, yeah, the potential head and shoulder pattern isn't looking overly too great for Bitcoin. On the 4-hour time frame, we want to be mindful of that, but we can still see potential pushes to the upside. If we are to see the formation of a right shoulder here, definitely want to be looking for shorting positions on Bitcoin to take advantage of what potentially happens next, which will be a massive move towards probably the 50 EMA, 50 SMAs, which currently, at the point of recording today's video, they're actually hovering around 46,860 on the red EMA and 46,246 on the yellow SMA. So those are the areas of support to be looking for. Lose those, of course, then there'll be another short positions to be had should we lose the 50 SMA here. We'll be able to have a nice tight stop loss and aim for that 200 EMA, currently at $44,068. But again, we're probably getting ahead of ourselves because at the moment, the bulls are still in control here. Bitcoin spot ETF inflows are still looking pretty good, basically fueling this move to the upside. So until we have a reason to be shorting the market, we can still stay in those longs and still enjoy a bit more of a push to the upside. But should we lose any of these supports, then the obvious thing to do will be short. So a little bit of a warning for you guys. Hopefully you have found today's video useful. If you have found it useful, smash the like button. I appreciate that. And if you're new, subscribe. And why not check out this video right here where I am discussing what is going on with Bitcoin on the detailed analysis and various different thought patterns that I have on a macro level.